Hi, it's King Lizzard on Xbox One with Forza Motorsport 6 Rivals, and this is the Mazda Laguna Seca Spec Challenge, or Specific Challenge. Now, I'm driving the 2014 Lamborghini number 14 GMG Racing LP 570-4 Super Trofeo. Try and say that without the breath. And it's quite a good car, this car actually. I quite like it. I especially like the paint job on this particular version of the car. There are two of these in the game. One of them is kind of this goldish colour, and this one which is this kind of silver red black. Quite a nice car indeed. So this is obviously a stock car because it's a specific challenge to Mazda Laguna Seca and this particular vehicle. So it's all about getting the best time against the community and the world, if you like, or even Europe. So what we'll get to see once I've done lap 1 is where I'm placing. Obviously the first thing about Rivals is not everyone obviously can do a clean lap. It is quite difficult to get clean laps. However, if you get a clean lap, it could be the difference between the back end of the board, e.g. 80% and 50%. You know, really is that much of a difference in terms of getting clean laps versus dirty laps. The other thing is also it teaches you how to drive the tracks in the game. If you keep going round and round and round, practicing each corner, getting used to each car or each of the configurations that you have, you'll learn the circuits and learn where you can and can't take risks with the vehicle. So it'll actually help you get to be a much more proficient driver in the game. So we're coming up to lap 1 there. So after lap 1 I got a 1:41.197. That was a big improvement obviously from my rival, who I think had something like 3 minutes or something crazy. So I didn't have any problems beating that for sure, and it's a clean lap 2. Now I know I made some mistakes on the first run, so I will run again, and I'll probably do one more as well, because I normally get my best sort of lap on my third lap of the track, if you like, on my third run of the track. So I'm off on seconds already, but then I would expect to be, because obviously I'm on second lap now. And it's always important as well when you're doing Rivals, don't just do the one lap, definitely do at least 2 laps, and the reason for that is that obviously you have a rolling start on the second lap, so you'll normally get an advantage of at least 2 to 3 seconds over the first lap, sometimes even more. So do at least 2 laps if you're doing Rivals, because it will benefit you and you'll get a better time second time round, unless you make some really big mistakes, of course. Quite a nasty old section, this S-bend here. Nearly lost it there on that corner. I just got away with that, believe it or not, and then pushing it into the last corners. So what I'll do on the next run, I'm going to talk you through what I'm doing here and how to tackle this Mazda Laguna Seca. Now obviously this is the full circuit, the Mazda Laguna Seca. So let's check out what time I pull in this time. Really pushing this thing. Come on. Okay, so I managed to reel in a 1:38.921 there, so that's a 3-second improvement. Now this one you really need to brake hard into. You really want to get it right so that you're rolling around the corners and keeping tight to those curbs. You don't want to be much further over those curbs than I already was. Again, very tight. Slow it down. Hopefully not too much. You do want to keep a reasonable speed there. I had 70+ mile an hour through that corner. Slow it down again, and again 78 mile an hour there as I was exiting the apex. This section you can floor it, however you do need to brake reasonably well for the last corner. You want to slow down all the way to sort of 60, 65 there, otherwise you're going to go wide. Another really tight corner coming up, quite a treacherous one. 77 mile an hour there on that apex. And then straight up the hill here, you can hammer it, hammer it, hammer it, start braking about now. Slow her right down. You have to be real slow for this, but if you get it right, you can keep a reasonable roll speed. So that was 40 odd mile an hour through there, which is quite impressive. So we'll push her through the next few sections. You can't quite pull on there. You can obviously for this section, then slow it down as you go into that corner. Manage to keep 70+ mile an hour again. And then we're into a very tight final corner here. Really slow her down. That was 40 mile an hour there. straight through, and we're going to push it right the way out now, flat out, as quick as we can go into this finishing straight. And that was a big jump. So that was 1 minute 35 seconds, 0.746. So that has put me basically 1,810 in Europe, the top 41%, and top 36% of the world, with a placing of 3,494. So I'm quite happy with that for my first attempt at this, if you like, after a few runs. So I'll keep that there for now, and what we'll do, we'll check out that replay. This car is absolutely stunning, and it is a really nice car to drive. All of the cars that come with these kind of pre-painted race configurations are, you know, out the box, are just very good handling and very good speed. So if you want to get used to a high-speed car, you don't have the cash to buy one yet, you know, jump into some of these rivals and practice on some of these spec challenges. You will earn cash and XP by doing these, and you actually earn pretty good money and pretty good XP by doing rivals too. The more rivals you beat, the more XP you'll get at the end of this session. I typically will try to do somewhere between 3 and 5 laps on a rival event. Then I'll back out and go to another one, because you can spend too much time on it. Unless I'm really high up in the scores and I'm not far away from like the top 50 or something, or the top 500, then I'll push that a little bit harder just to try and get me another place, if I think I can do it anyway. So I'll take this opportunity to thank you, gentlemen and ladies, for watching. I will be back with plenty more Forza action plus other games on King Lizzard's Game Lounge. Apologies for the focus on Forza Motorsport 6 at the moment. For those of you that like other stuff, I will be putting some other games up very shortly. However, obviously right now I really wanted to get my teeth into Forza Motorsport 6 and get those up on the channel. There'll be plenty more coming this way, plus lots of PvP action in Forza Motorsport 6 too. Please remember to rate and subscribe. Take care and keep watching, and if you're not a subscriber, it'd be great if you could click that sub button. Thank you.